Hi, I'm Simon Boyle. I'm the chef, founder and CEO of the Beyond Food Foundation and social enterprise restaurant, the Brigade Bar and Kitchen here on Trustees Street. We're a charity. We are about breaking down the barriers for people that have become unravelled and really being hit with mental health and the loss of real purpose in life. And we use food as our catalyst to try to inspire them, give them some aspiration, and ultimately get them back into kind of the mode of working and contributing to society positively. We put out an advert and it was Step on Board that came to us. So that was how we first met the guys. Just before the pandemic, I was trying to find a new board. And so I went back to Ian and actually, I went to the last event that was held. And effectively, I almost changed the entire board that day. It's been a roller coaster since. We only had one physical meeting before the pandemic. We created a new board and then boom. So we went through the whole challenge of the pandemic. A CEO that didn't want to kind of lie down and just wait for it all to go away, wanted to be active, wanted to do things, wanted to challenge the rules so that we could continue supporting people. The trustees were only just finding how to be trustees, so it was a hell of a time for them to jump on board, Yeah, using their expertise to help me manage that situation was their first task. I came back out of the pandemic with new purpose, wanting to change our whole charity direction, not just a strategy, but like exactly who we wanted to help going forward. We wanted to change it. Very rare that charities do that. And so using their skill sets and change management and trying to understand, and every trustee's got a different skill set, different mindset, and then teaching them what real purpose is about, not just corporate purpose. Very, very different. I think it's about using their expertise for social good and social impact. And that's very much about trying to get them to have a higher purpose, which is not just a commercial purpose. And personally, with Beyond Food Foundation, I want it to kind of have that commercial focus. So I like the tension between the charitable and kind of commercial. Having a positive impact on society, I think corporates and business people need to do that. I think they have a responsibility to do that so they can contribute to a cause that is really dear to them. I mean, it might be that they get an opportunity that they didn't realise, but very quickly it becomes something that's close to their heart. And broaden their own network, and their leadership skills and personal growth and professional development. It's kind of all there really. And I think ultimately it's about making a difference and really feeling you can make a difference. You can do that with a small charity, maybe less so with a big corporate, I don't know. But it's depends what their level of their role is, but you can really make a difference with a charity. You can feel it's tangible. What I've always found is it takes at least a year or 2 years for a trustee to bed in, really understand how it works. And his skill set was hospitality banking, so we're a hospitality kind of charity. So it started off where he was kind of engaging with us me as a chef, but actually over time it's moved into what's right for the charity. So we've used his expertise for sure about hospitality and running a restaurant, but then it moved into advising us how to structure ourselves. We put our charity in a dormant status for a couple of years. He was the only trustee that we took forward after that. So he held that position to make sure that if we wanted to reawaken the charity, of which we did, he would remember the whole purpose of it. And then he helped all the other new trustees that we had from Step on Board to bed in and understand their role. And then there was times where he would challenge me and I didn't like it, that's the right thing, and I would challenge him. So a good example of Philip is we were talking about funding, and in his world, funding is a banking world, so there's lots of money kicking around. And so his challenge was, well, I don't understand why we're struggling. There's loads of money out there. And so by me directly challenging him back, saying, well, help me get some, he got us a grant of £95,000 that year. But it was the tension that we brought together, him bringing me the challenge of, it can't be that difficult, there's loads of money, and me saying, it's very difficult, I need introductions, why don't you make one? made it happen, and we had an amazing project together. It's not just about turning up every 8 weeks and reading a few papers and drinking nice cups of tea. It's that you've got to get involved, and he's really understood that. And more recently, he's probably more like the elder statesman of the board. So we've been through a lot together. He's able to reflect back on situations and give advice to the whole board about what he sees, and I value that massively. We were chalk and cheese before Step on board. So we were a small charity, trying to make ends meet every month. We're in a very different place now. Economically, it's changed for us because of the expertise of the trustees. Our strategy is much tighter, much broader. Our brand is getting better because of the expertise we have on the board, and we now have a vision for the next 10 years, which is really powerful. So I'd recommend it absolutely to charities and to corporate friends, people I've met, to kind of give back and also kind of help the whole sector, the commercial sector as well as the not-for-profit sector, work together to innovate, to make social change. Neither can do it on their own. Corporates don't know how to make the world better in many ways, and charities don't always know how to do it. So by working together, they can make a bigger difference.